Beautiful voices, and I told you some level of humility, confidence, women with brains, women with confidence. This is what we do right here on this particular show. Jescar, Karimi, like I said, is very humble. And I didn't mention she's a gospel artist, but I'm glad that you have heard that for yourselves. And start looking her up on YouTube and start supporting already this morning. Now, she's a born-again gospel singer, born and raised in Embu. Atua Embu, hello! Her genre is worship music, like you've seen, but I've seen a bit of praise right there. And she fellowships at Deliverance Church. So what Deliverance Church? Hello! And she also serves as a praise, like I said, worship leader. I'm also going to give a shout out to Watu Alisoma Moi Girls High School Eldoret. I don't know which year, but so long as you're Moi Girls High School, hello. Hey Jescar, nokona watu.
Oh, we give God the glory.
There's a lot of people behind you, whether you know it or not. I'm sure they're watching this morning.
They
How
definitely
are you?
have to. I am very fine. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I love the energy.
We are so glad that you feel the energy and that you're blending into the energy now that you're a woman of many hearts. Physiotherapy
Yes.
and music.
Yes.
And is there anything else we don't know?
Let me say that I'm a singer-songwriter as well. That comes in differently as well. I am also an inspirational writer. So I do some articles here and there, and also some bit of poetry just to encourage and inspire. Yes.
I like that. Before we go into your music, that you actually started or ventured into at high school.
Yes,
Is that
yes,
where
yes.
you started your journey?
Actually, in the choirs, not like out there, but in the choirs, both in high school and even in the campus days.
All right, now that's just a glimpse of it. We're going to come back to her story. I wanted to start at this note. Today I had a politician actually say, due to the homicides that have been happening in the country and killings and murder, he actually said, if you cannot reconcile, leave and let leave.
Yes.
How do you feel about the current situation? Because I know you're a woman, before we even enter into your music. Because if that came from a politician, then it really is sinking in.
It must be big.
Yeah.
I think really in the current situation that we are in, we need to embrace each other. That's one. Talk it out. I'd say that. Talk it out as we are embracing whatever we are going through. Then, if you find that things are difficult, number one, you've talked it out to people. And then if things are becoming difficult and then it's becoming threatening, you can reach to a point where really things are hard. However much you've tried to get it all in, then don't wait for you to be killed.
Don't wait for you to. So you can
don't
actually
wait.
tell when it's about to get there, just if you can't reconcile.
You've already talked to the relevant people. You've talked to your parents, your friends. If you're a person who goes to church, your pastor, maybe a counselor. If it's not working, at least they are on the know. You know, most of the people that we are seeing suffering, they are suffering on their own.
Okay.
That's a very big mistake. You need to, if you're suffering, let maybe the close people, your circle. Like when you look at the news, you hear that we didn't know that this person was going through these things. So let people know what you're going through. That's number one. And as long as they know what you're going through, then if it comes to, I call it the ETC, end of thinking capacity of things, then you can just save your life.
I'm listening to you, and I know the viewers listening as well, and they're thinking, is that the psychologist we were waiting for? No, she isn't. No, could she be the one?
No.
I should have put you in that list of psychologists because that is powerful. Thank you. Now tell us about the physiotherapy.
Yes.
Now that we are not grading you as a psychologist, the physiotherapy should come in.
Yeah.
People want to know, what is it about? Some people have never heard about it.
True.
Maybe it has a name in Kiswahili. Hatujui.
Daktari wa mazoezi.
Oh, okay.
Basically. And when we call it that, I'm sure now it starts to bring light. I'd say that many people think that physiotherapy is all about massage. No. In its basic term, a physiotherapist treats using physical means.
Okay.
So I won't prescribe medication for you, but any physical means such as exercises and some modalities that we use. And then the basic of the conditions that we handle, say back pain, stroke. So I'm sure right now it's bringing some light into it. So basically treatment using physical means.
Nice.
Yes.
And this you do professionally?
I am a singer by passion.
Okay.
And a physiotherapist by profession.
How are you blending these two things?
Wow. I work at a hospital setup.
Okay.
And as a gospel minister, as a born-again Christian, for me, it brings joy and fulfillment when I handle a patient holistically. And you see, that's why you're having the psychologist to bring in the different holistic bits of people. For me, when I go to a patient, okay, currently we know we are dealing with COVID, right?
Yes.
And physiotherapists have been brought to light with this COVID thing. Why? Because when you go in there, you have to do exercises for your chest, for your lungs. So if you don't do physio, then the doctors will tell you, if you're not doing physio, then you're delaying your stay
Your
here,
recovery.
your recovery and all. So when you go to that patient who is anxious, am I going to get well?
Yeah.
Am I going to die? You know?
Yeah.
So when you bring something different other than, my name is Jescar, I am a physiotherapist, I am coming to do exercises for you.
Too.
Maybe I should try out that one day. So when you bring a different aspect, like, God loves you, you will get well, don't be anxious and all. And then remember, before I launched, actually I'm here for the first time for my latest song.
Oh, we're going to talk about that. Okay, I'm going to note that. This is your first time.
But in true essence, I'd say that I launched this song with a patient in the COVID ward. Isolation, like the patient was on a mask. It was late in the evening. I was tired, but when you're giving treatment and you're seeing the change that you're bringing to a patient, then you give it your all. We ended up singing Mungu Mkuu with her on the mask.
Nice.
She transformed me, I transformed her, and I'm sure God is great.
I'm glad that through this talk that we're just talking about you and your physiotherapy and how you blend it with music, we have learned how your song, Mungu Mkuu, came through. So this is a new song that has come with the COVID-19 pandemic situation.
I'd say I wrote it 4 years ago.
Oh, okay, 4 years ago.
4 years ago, from a point of just talking about the greatness of God.
Okay.
But it couldn't have come at a better time. Why? Because God is great. Psalms 57 verse 11 says that God, your greatness is above heavens and the earth, greater than any other thing named. Corona is just a name given by people. So God is greater than poverty. God is greater than mental issues, than the depression. God is greater than all that, you see? God is greater than Corona. God is greater than all this curfew and all. We acknowledge that all these things are there, but ours is to look unto God. We tell them, yes, Lord, if you're a patient with COVID, if you're a patient with depression, tell God, I'm depressed. I am feeling so low. Just, I need your grace. I need your strength. So God is greater.
Nice. So that song is, we're going to play that song in just about a beat. And as we talk about this Mungu Mkuu song, as you have heard the story and how the production and inspiration came, I'm going to ask you a question that you probably don't expect me to ask you, but from your entire career, and since you started recording music, besides Mungu Mkuu, I'm assuming Mungu Mkuu is one of your most powerful, which is your most favorite song. And please don't tell me all of them. Just make us have this beautiful moment, this beautiful date with you, and just tell us your favorite song.
Okay, let me just make some remarks, then see if I can get a favorite.
Okay.
So each song ministers to me. A song has to minister to the person singing before it ministers to the ones who we will listen and all. So each song, I write each song for a different thing. Okay. So if it's prayer, I have a song called Ni Maombi, my very first video. If it's about prayer, if it's about reading the Word of God, I have a song called Mali Bila Daftari. It's a Swahili saying, In completion, mali bila daftari hupotea bila habari. So I want the word of the Lord to be written in my heart. I have a song about talking to God, but in my language from Embu called Kwarianawe. So I want to talk to God and tell him what is in my heart. I have a song called Umenipenda, just God loved me first, and so I love him. And then you've had Ni Jehovah. Actually, I wrote Ni Jehovah from a very low point, and I just said that this song, I will just praise the Lord, even in this low point, and really, it came out so well. And then now Mungu Mkuu. So each song ministers to me in a very different way, but let me see. I'd say I enjoyed writing Mali Bila Daftari because it has its own creative bit of it, like the misemos, the Swahili says and all. And there are people who knew me with Mali Bila Daftari, and they call me Jescar wa Mali Bila Daftari.
So maybe Mali Bila Daftari. I think I'm gonna roll with that one.
So maybe I'd pick that. But really, I love all my songs.
I like that. I like that you've given us details and the inspiration behind each of your songs. So what do we call you on social media, your YouTube? Because I'm sure guys are now on to check and start listening as we even go. We're not done with the interview, but just give them your social media platforms. Yeah.
Everywhere you think of, just Jescar Karimi.
Maybe they don't know the spelling. It's right.
It's Jescar. Yeah, Jescar Karimi.
Wow. So I want to ask you this. I know today I'm talking about mental health, and you've talked about God is greater than mental health.
Yes.
The teenagers and the young children.
Yes.
I am just concerned, and I'm glad that you're here and you're a woman right now. Do you feel like we are giving as a society enough psychosocial support to the children right now with the COVID-19 and the pandemic, or through music? Is anyone really concerned about our adolescents and teens and children in school when it comes to mental health? How do you feel about it?
Right now people are hurting, from the parents, from the church people, from the children. Everyone is hurting. And so harmonizing all these feelings and emotions, I'd say it could be a problem. And maybe as a parent, let me speak for parents who probably are struggling, because there are those who are struggling. They don't have a place to work and all.
Yeah.
So as a parent, you're wondering, where are we going to get the next meal? And so some of these things, such as coming in to ask your baby, as long as you've left your child maybe in a house and with a slice of bread, and that's enough. You don't want to know, is this child affected because of the disruption with the studies? Because right now, that is one of the biggest problems that we'll be having with these children. This disruption of the studies, they are closing school, the next time they don't know when they are opening. It's really a turmoil for them. And so I'd say that it's a confusion of emotions to every one of us. But amidst all that, there are people who, I'd say there are people who are strong enough. I'd say there's a lot to be done. Let us not leave our teenagers. They are comfortable. You're not asking them, how are you faring on? I think maybe basically, a question would be, I know we are struggling. My child, would you have something to tell me? What are you feeling about this whole thing? How is school? How is this COVID affecting you? How is our lack right now affecting you? Do you feel that you would want to tell me something, like you can add on, you know? Do you feel that I'm being fair to you by telling you to just stay there? Do you have any input for me as your parent? I think let us engage. This is the time of engaging.
I like that. All right.
Both parents and children.
I like that. So guys, let's start engaging. And I like that you started on that note for me. You've actually spoken for me. You've said part of what the research says. And I know that the experts are just coming to now talk through after representation. Now I want to leave these guys to, listen to Mungu Mkuu. I want to tuwacheze gani?
Definitely Mungu mkuu.
Sini Mungu mkuu.
Mungu mkuu. Because God is great.
It is very, very important that people realize that there's something above and beyond. There's someone above and beyond. Jescar, do you have some final words you want to say to your viewers? A great shout out to your people, to your production team. Yes. What do we expect next? I'm giving you about a minute or two to just talk to the viewer back at home.
So let me first say that I'm thankful to you and your team for this opportunity to just start off all this. And even I am excited about mental health. There are people who ask me, would you like to speak about mental health? I tell them, let me focus a bit on my ministry, and then as we progress, then that would be a thing I'd be passionate about, because people are hurting. So to everyone, I won't be able to mention name, but specifically, I give God thanks for the people who are behind Mungu Mkuu song. I believe that it will touch your lives, you as the viewer. Go and listen to it. It's not about me. I'm praying that this song goes beyond my name. And if God blesses me for my name to become big, well and good, but this song is powerful. We need to acknowledge that God is great, great in your situation, great in your life. So big up to everyone who is supporting me, who is behind me, my colleagues at work for giving me some time and holding up things for me, my parents who've been very supportive, my PR team, thank you so much, Terrazzo Media, my video producer, my audio producer did an amazing job. And what next? A great testimony is coming about. I am just starting out, and please, I go support me. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, I am there and actively responding to your messages. If you have anything, whether it's physiotherapy, you want to talk things out, reach out to me.
Wow, isn't she deep? You know, the depth of her words. Now, because you've just graced the studio and probably wearing something closer to me, take over my job and please drop Mungu Mkuu right here in the studio.
Okay. Karibu. Thank you so much. So this song, Let It Bless You. Maybe I can sing a little bit of the chorus before the song plays.
They heard you.
Yes. So, Mungu Mkuu, jina lako li juu, Mungu Mkuu, jina lako li juu. Let the song bless you and minister to you this morning.